Welcome back! I am Mr. M. In yesterday's video, we learned how to write a super awesome hook sentence to get your reader excited right away. Hopefully you had fun coming up with some good hooks for your story, and I'm sure you picked the best one. I can't wait to see it. Today we're going to learn about what comes next in the first paragraph. We're going to do what I like to call building a bridge. You see, the first sentence in your story should be your hook, and at the end of your first paragraph, you will write what is called your thesis statement, which is a sentence that sums up the most important point of your story. We'll talk about that tomorrow, though. Today, we're going to be building a bridge sentence between your hook and your thesis. Ding, 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 ding. In your bridge sentence, you want to give your reader an idea of the things they're going to be reading in your story. Of course, before you can do this, you have to have an idea of what you're going to be writing about. So let's go back to that brainstorming list from yesterday and look at those 3 things you circled. I want you to think about the rule of thirds.
That's it. 3. 1, 2, 3.
The rule of thirds is a writing rule which says that readers like seeing ideas in groups of 3. For your introduction, this means that you want to introduce the 3 big points or events that are going to be written about in your piece. Now, you don't want to give away all of the juicy details, because then what's the point in keeping reading, right? You just want to give enough of a snapshot that your reader knows what to expect when they continue reading. This bridge can work for any kind of piece that you're writing. If you're telling a story or fiction, you can introduce the 3 main events in a story, but you don't want to give away any secrets. If you're writing something nonfiction or true, you can share the 3 big points you're going to make. Remember, rule of thirds. To give you an idea of exactly what I'm talking about here, watch me write a hook and bridge sentence for one of the topic choices from yesterday. So, if I could see into the future for 5 minutes, I would want to see what cars look like in 10 years, see what I look like in 40 years, and see what food looks like in 100 years. To write this, my hook would be, if you had a chance to see what you will look like in the future, would you take it? Okay. For a bridge, I would then write, if I could see into the future for 5 minutes, oops, I would see what cars will look like in 10 years, what I look like in 40 years, and what food looks like in 100 years. This bridge sentence will give the reader an idea of what I'm going to be discussing in my writing, but not giving away all of the cool details which I'll write about in the story. That's where I'll be really descriptive and use all of my senses to give really great details about what I'm writing about. Now it's your turn to practice writing your bridge sentence. On the worksheet, or a piece of paper folded in quarters, you'll write your brilliant hook sentence in the top left box. Then in the other 3 boxes, you can do some more brainstorming for the 3 ideas you're going to write more about in your writing piece. Just like before, you can draw pictures, write words, explain ideas, talk about the senses you'd experience, and so on. Then, on the line in each box, write the big idea for what you brainstormed. This will help you write your bridge sentence, and it will help you develop your writing through the rest of the story. When you've finished all 3 boxes and have your 3 main ideas from your story, you'll write your bridge sentence. Remember, use the rule of thirds to incorporate all 3 ideas into one great sentence. You can write this at the bottom of your worksheet, then share it with your parents and see what they think. I'd also love to see it if you want to share. Wow, we're almost finished with our awesome introductory paragraph. Isn't this easy and just a little bit fun? Tomorrow, in our last video, we'll show you how to bring all of your ideas together to form a thesis statement. And this will help you wrap up your introductory paragraph. See you tomorrow.